Jay, in real life, you have a boss or a partner and colleagues. What do they think about this crazy side of your life? Well, you're making it seem like I got something illegal going on. You make it sound like I got something hidden under my blankets that I shouldn't be doing. But nothing. I mean, it's perfectly normal nowadays. People are now multitasking. People are now doing everything they want to do because we have technology in our fingertips. You can have your side business. You can be selling on Etsy. You can be doing, sales on eBay, selling plants from your garden right now while you're working a 9 to 5 at home. I mean, there are many ways that you can think about making supplemental income. This is one way for me. I am, full transparency, thinking about perhaps going full time with YouTube, maybe in 2024. It is going to certainly hurt me financially because I would leave one source of income, my regular job, in order to put both of my arms, legs, and mine into YouTube and making content and growing my website, making a lot more professional videos for other partners that will come on board with me. I am at that point, and I want to be very honest about this. I'm getting to this intersection now where I've always been like this: one arm here and one arm here, right? And trying to essentially leverage both arms when it comes to income. But I think right now what's going on is if I want to pull myself up on this tree branch, I need this arm. I can't do it with one arm. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting to that point where I need to let go of this in order to go like this from this one and climb. And I think I'm getting there. It's been 4 years doing YouTube, making content. Opportunities have opened up. I partner with good people, people who have my best interest. And yeah, I think it's just getting to that point, and I think 2024 could be the first time that I might leave corporate America and completely work for myself and have no boss but myself. It's exciting, but also nerve wracking. But I think you all understand what I'm saying. You can't do two things at once at a high level. You can't be a basketball player and a baseball player and excel at both at the same time. It's you have to choose what you want to do. You can certainly hold on to both of them for an extended amount of time, but once you've come to that realization that you're getting older, so your mental capacity is not the same as it once was, meaning you forget things, your performance begins to either diminish on one or the other, and you realize, what's my passion? Where do I want to be? Do I want to be working for someone else forever? Do I want to do a 9 to 5 forever and report to somebody forever and deal with politics that are all bullshit? You know this. Or do I want to say, you know what, I'm willing to give up this X amount of income and quit working for someone and dedicate myself to my thing, although I know my thing might be a struggle at first, and I may have to make sacrifices. I may have to sell one of my cars. I may have to cut down on a lot of expenses in order to stay afloat with one single thing. But if that's sacrifice that I have to make, then I have to do what I have to do. What I don't want to do is realize this when I'm 55 years old and now I'm too old to begin that journey. You see what I'm saying? So I got a lot of things to think about. I'm sharing this with you from my heart. I got a lot of things in my head that I have to really marinate and process within myself, and then see if I indeed will go full time with this YouTube thing. And of course, not just YouTube, but also my brand, also my website, also seeing where I can support, other aspects of the industry that can perhaps help me generate the income that I would be losing by quitting my job. Remember this one more time. I want to be 1000% honest with you. Okay, everyone who has a YouTube channel, every person that you follow right now, whether it be on regards to audio, music, video, the car industry, everyone who has a decent YouTube channel with a following is a business. We're all businesses on YouTube. Everyone. Now, if you are a person with 5 subscribers, no, you're not a business. But everyone who has a decent following is a business. Don't forget that. And I'm no different. I'm not here trying to hide and pretend that I'm something else. No, I am a business. My business is buying equipment with my own money, as I have said it, as I have said from day one, buy with my own money and evaluate, give you my opinion, and then sell. I used to do that in the beginning. It hasn't changed ever since, okay, because of the fact that I cannot keep everything. You guys know I go through a lot of things. I think I must have gone through probably, wow, I mean, in 2023, I don't even have a number. I'm going to come back to you with some numbers so you understand how much equipment I've been through in 2023. We're 11 months into this year. There's less than 60 days to go before we start 2024. And I couldn't do this if I wasn't smart with my money, if I didn't have an eye for this and I didn't understand where I need to put my money and where not to put it. It's a very expensive hobby, but it's also a hobby that can drive you to bankruptcy if you do not pay attention to what you're doing. Okay. So I know I went longer than I needed to, but I wanted to give you that additional context as to where I think I want to go and what my future vision is when it comes to Jay's Audio Lab. What contributes a reference system? I've heard people in the industry say systems like these start at 75K. Others say it's whatever beats other brands for way less. Well, a reference system to me, yeah, there is, of course, the dollar amount associated with it, okay? Because you're not going to tell me that you're going to build a reference system with $500 speakers in a receiver. That's not a reference system. Come on. You guys can agree with me here. You guys can agree with me here. That's not a reference system. Okay. Now, so there is a certain amount of money that you have to spend to really begin to hear what home audio is all about, the possibilities, how far we can take it. Can it transport us out of the room into the live venue? And unfortunately, that comes at a cost, and not a cheap cost, may I add. It's actually quite pricey. But I'm not going to tell you you cannot build an amazing system for $20,000. I'm not going to tell you you can't do something amazing for 40, 100, whatever the case may be. I believe there are systems that are maybe 6 figures, easily beating systems that are 7 figures. I believe that because that person probably took the time, paid attention to every nuance, paid attention to the right combinations, did his homework, rather than just grabbing a credit card and dumping money and hopefully it sounds good, right? There isn't really a budget per se. I can't tell you you need to spend $75,000 to have a reference system. Okay, that's ridiculous. I would never do that. Unfortunately, yeah, my system is a hell of a lot of money. Yes, it is. But I will never tell you get out there and spend the money I've spent to be satisfied and to have a reference system. No, it has to do with your budget. It has to do your room. Remember, your room has a lot to do with that, and also what checks your boxes. Maybe what you like as an example, are Martin Logan speakers. You love panels. You love Magnapan. You've heard everything else, and your heart is with panels. Okay, well, guess what? That's an affordable speaker. Affordable speaker. Not really affordable, right? It's still like 15 grand, 20 grand, depending on the model. Still money. But you don't have to spend 359. You see what I'm saying? So I think you need to first find out what checks your boxes, what touches your soul. In reality, and I don't think I've ever said this very clearly, maybe I can use this opportunity right now to say this. It's about the music. It's about the music. It's about connecting with the music. It's not about the gear. You're probably wondering, did he just say it's about the music and not about the gear? Why is he always talking about equipment and not music? Because my channel is targeted to displaying and talking about the ultra high end, audio components. My dedication is not to talk about records, CDs, tapes. That is not what my channel is about. Okay. So I have to pick a topic, a subject, and stick with it and push forward. I started talking about components. I've kept this same journey, same path throughout the last 4 years. I plan to continue to do the same. But ultimately, what this should be about is the music. And for it to be about the music, you don't really need to spend $500,000 to make it sound good. You don't. You could be using headphones at the gym and or driving in your car and enjoying the ride and really vibing with the music, right? So a reference system to me is a system that hopefully takes you out of your daily stressful life, hopefully makes you reminisce. One thing that I love to feel when I listen to a reference system is, can I reminisce? Can I think about my early days? Can I think about when I was 7 years old and I got in a fight with my friend, and what was I listening to at that point in time? To me, those are the precious moments that I look for every day. Unfortunately, once again, full transparency with you guys. Okay, once again, um, I don't have the time anymore to vibe as much as I would like to with music because I have so many things going on, so many things that I have to be doing, evaluating, lifting boxes. I got three power amplifiers right now in here waiting to enter the lab. I got another set of speakers here waiting to enter the lab. I just picked up 2 processors today from Macintosh, the MX160, the MX170. They're here. I have the MX180 in the back in my rack. There are so many things that I have going on that I unfortunately don't have the time to make it about the music. But I'll tell you one thing: when I do have the time to sit here, usually really late at night, if I can just select 1 hour, 2 hours to listen to music and nothing else, I put my phone on airplane mode. I lock my door and I listen to music for 2 hours and I try to forget about everything else that I have going on. And that's to me the best feeling and what makes this hobby worth it. The problem is because of all the reading that we're doing, magazines, watching channels like mine. And again, you may unsubscribe right now because I'm telling you this, but watching channels like mine, watching other channels, not just mine, ends up taking time away from you actually listening to your system and enjoying it for what it is. So a reference system at the end of the day is a system that connects with you, that takes you out from your discomfort and hopefully puts you in a good place mentally and emotionally.